great rivalries, but this has always been fierce, and both of these teams know if they survive and advance from here, a host of opportunities lie ahead. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Rebels will kick it away to start. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll go with a direct snap. Powers through the defender. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact. They're fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot. Weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Out of the end zone. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running behind that left side. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking downfield, it's Knight. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking to throw. They'll run the screen. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks.
Really good job on the defense, understanding third down, the situation in the game. Play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing the fourth down.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Grabs it at the 25-inch stride. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
He's looking to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
This offense is high octane, boy. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Back to pass, it's Knight. Looking to scramble. That's reeled in, it's Watkins. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, running back gets the give. Gets it past the marker. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Knight. And the throw out to the sideline. Good for just a few yards.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
What a play there, and he rips rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Red pass hits complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Sweet grab, but they're going to end up taking a loss on the play. So the first step of that was fine. They made the pass and catch, but no yards. They didn't bring up fourth down.
Yeah, I don't know if they were anticipating pressure on that play and they just want to get it out of the hands of the quarterback quickly, but whatever they were thinking did not work.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Direct snap. Slithers into space. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit Lowry. So, like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown LSU. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
He'll return it. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. It's a running room. Touchdown, Rebels. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Watkins. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. He's got it on the outside. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They'll go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Snap it to the back. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Knight. On the move to his left. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touch.
Breaks into the open. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys... Really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Pucks it out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. He wants to throw it again. Flips it out on the screen. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Out of the gun, they give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowling. It sounds elegant and pristine and reserved.
And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but charges. Clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever down south in an area of the country where sometimes it just feels like it matters more. I can't wait to see what happens today.
And I love what Reese says. Like, cheating, yeah. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. And both these schools, obviously, so closely connected. Games are usually really, really good. A ton of talent on the field. Big bragging rights on the line.
Quick completion on the out route. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going right and going deep. And he makes the catch inside the 10.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. A run for the quarterback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying play action. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first.
There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
Catch in the middle. It's Morrison. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores. And makes the catch. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rebels.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The give on the option. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, LSU. Great job by the back on the option. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 4 over Wyoming. They'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Caught over the middle. It's Morrison. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job. Great catch. First down.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Watkins. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Extending the play. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one up. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
The sure hands, it's Watkins. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage.
Turning it on! He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long games. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
He's got it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way?
This game line for you, boy.
Down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
You know how many picks I supposed to have?
Dropping back, it's Knight. Dances away. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete on the right side. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good game.
Oh, for
Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down.
This is why he's the quarterback lead.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works. But
Quit! Just quit! The game over.
Too late, but at least you got the party started.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well tonight, give back that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Watkins. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage. And
y'all niggas just need a block.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. The offense changing the play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Steps away to find some room. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll go with a direct snap. Makes it past the marker. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. You've probably heard this before. LSU is steamrolling people on the ground right now. And this guy could be pushing what Leonard Fournette tried to do in getting close to 2,000 yards in a season.
And when you think about a defense, it all starts and stops with the run game. And I got to get that stop, but I can't stop this guy. I mean, he's been unbelievable, and this LSU offense has been so physical.
Oh, my God.
Tell you what, I got to commit everybody to try to get a stop.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Ooh, he mad about that. I know he mad about that. I'll be mad about that shit.
Off play action.
Oh,
Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
He's in open space downfield. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
You want to trade?
Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback adapting. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And this offense continuing to put up
points.
This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, that tail peak look good. I ain't gonna lie. I'm so glad I got a block right there.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work.
But that was gonna be house
call.
call.
Outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Fakes the grab on the left. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Oh, he still threw it.
He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He
I
picks
didn't
up the
think he was
first
still
down.
gonna throw it.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points.
Breaks into the open. Got the first down.
He got caught by a linebacker. That nigga so slow.
Then forced out of bounds at the 21-yard
That's a
line.
nice little
Just
play there,
outside
right there.
the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Rebels just got that huge run. They
How did I end up putting the offense in? Did he throw a kick or something?
Fires to the
Had to
big
get out there 2-8.
And that corner came in hot despite no knowing that he was giving up some size.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays.
Oh, he broke that tackle?
The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He broke that tackle?
2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. Scores on the sneak.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Oh, he ain't scored that. He ain't scored that. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He didn't score. He didn't score. That's crazy.
He'll bring it out. It's Watkins.
Oh, you weren't supposed to get called, Watkins.
The 21 and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback.
Ooh, it looked just so pretty.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. And some room to work.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, man, that's
all wideouts, no backs. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's caught. It's Lindsey. There he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said,
really, I ain't gonna get the game over.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Troy is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in the Fun Belt, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 6 over Rice. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Bringing it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. It is been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Rebels look to do some damage in the red zone. Back to throw, it's Knight. Quickly complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at first and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
Flips it out in the flat. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But
trying to get it in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. From inside the 15, here's the return.
Hey.
The return man showing great vision to be able to
I'm going to score before the game.
his team in much better field position. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw.
Oh my God, that boy was so open.
Trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Stands in and takes the hit. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the
Damn, I almost had a perfect game. That I get.
Position with the return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean, just keep them alive. Pitch this pillow around.
Oh, get out of bounds, and it get on my
as close as you possibly can.
Crazier things have happened in college football, man. Let's just go find out.
I got
Let's find out where the
something.
playmakers are lined up and see if they can make something positive happen.
And the Rebels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Knight. Unloads to the right. Got him down.
No way, no way, no way.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Oh.
Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. To the air on first down. Looking for the end zone.
He just dropped that big. Oh my God. Nothing else I supposed to do.
You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take.
Oh, he's got some space.
Trying to kill his ass.
Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on second down. Pressure coming. And the pass is incomplete. Looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. The Magnolia Bowl goes to LSU as the Tigers take care of Ole Miss. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Go get my other shot.